A homeowner's policy packages together the specific types of property and liability coverage that a homeowner is likely to need into a single policy. Typically, this includes 6 types of coverage, coverages A through F. Hello, my name is Amanda Yanis, and this is the Conklin blog. Coverage A, also called dwelling coverage, is a large part of the homeowner's policy for those that own their home. This is the coverage that protects the structure of the home in the event of a covered loss. This part of your policy will cover you for up to the limits of liability as described in your policy. Typically, this is the amount that would cost to rebuild your home, but that is not always necessarily the case. Always talk to your agent about your limits of liability and what you can expect should you suffer a complete loss, such as the destruction of your home by fire. Should your property include other structures, Coverage B will provide them protection for up to 10% of the limits of liability as described in Coverage A. Other structures include, but are not limited to, sheds, fences, and attached garages. While Coverage A protects the structure of your home, it does not include personal property. This is where Coverage C comes into the equation. For no additional premium, personal property is protected for up to 50% of the coverage you have from Coverage A. However, if your belongings exceed the allotted amount of coverage, additional coverage can be purchased. Depending on your policy, this coverage could be for the actual cash value or replacement cost of your personal property. Should your home become uninhabitable due to a covered loss, Coverage D can help pay for expenses such as hotel accommodations for up to 10 or 30% of the limits of liability from Coverage A. The intent of this coverage is to pay for the additional expenses that occur as a direct result of you not being able to live in your home. Coverage E, personal liability coverage, pays for all sums for which you become legally liable because of bodily injuries or property damage to a third party up to the limits of your policy. However, it does not cover personal injury such as libel or slander. Finally, Coverage F pays for all medical expenses up to your limits incurred within 3 years of an incident that occurred on your property or because of your actions or those of a pet or another person who resides at the dwelling. This coverage pays the medical expenses regardless of legal responsibility. However, it does not pay your medical expenses or those of any of your household should they be injured. It is important to note that some policies have a maximum limit of liability that it will pay to persons who are injured. This could be different than the limits of liability discussed in Coverage A. It is also important to note not all coverages are included in every homeowner's policy. For example, a homeowner's 5 or renter's policy does not include Coverage A or B. Always discuss the details of your policy with your insurance agent.